Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is me, Lasty here. Welcome today to a brand new episode of the FIFA 23 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Finger points to the sky for episode number, what is it? 128 today. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Thursday, which means it's Division Rivals Rewards Day. Actually, it also means that it's probably going to be full Team of the Year Day later on tonight. But then I'm guessing there'll be other stuff coming maybe on Friday night. So if you have been one of those crazy people that's been able to save your packs, might be worth saving them for another day until Friday night, I guess. If that's worth it, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, good luck to you if you are opening packs up for Team of the Years. If you enjoyed today, can you do me a small favor and hit the thumbs up button? I'd greatly appreciate it. I'd love to see 2,000 likes on this episode. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be really cool as well if you are new around here. So, this is like the current lineup that I've got right now. It's pretty similar to what we've been doing for a while. So I thought I'd change it up a bit. I changed it to this. And the idea was to, one, give Nesta a go, who we got in the Icon Roulette yesterday. Big L, big Sag. Although he is 240k. I doubted that he was going to be anything good. The new one, the Team of the Year Nesta that's out currently, the Team of the Year Icon Nesta looks very good, and probably would be very usable. But yeah, this Prime one, I was actually planning on. I tried this 5 at the back. So, but with of course having the left wing back in Bale and the right wing back in Cuadrado as like super attacking. So I guess it's sort of a 3-5-2, just without being the 3-5-2. I kind of needed my centre-backs to stay back a little bit further than usual because, as you know, I've been leaking goals lately. I wondered if I could just shore the defence up in that manner. But as you can see, in the very first game, we are conceding all sorts of goals, but scoring them as well. So I didn't quite know what to make of it. And I'm just in Rivals at the moment for last week's stuff, so the aim here today was to purely get up to 3 wins, or 8 wins if it was a really successful session, but I can tell you right now, it certainly wasn't. I really dislike Division Rivals. I hate it, I'll be honest. I can't stand this game mode. And yeah, I don't know. Does everyone play this still? Or do you leave it now? Do you bother with it? Because it's like the worst part of my week playing this game mode, and I hate it. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with the 3 wins this week, and it still gives me a couple of pretty decent packs. But yeah, I'm nowhere near any of the milestones and stuff really. So it's kind of sad really, but I try and stay away from the game modes that I dislike, and this is one of them. It's really the only one that I majorly dislike. But anyway, we get a win finally, and I've cut out all of the losses. There were many losses, a couple of draws as well, but trying to get to grips with this team was the idea. I set up a couple of different formations, mainly was trying that 5 at the back thing to see if the 3 centre-backs helped me defend a bit better. Some games it did, some games it sort of felt like I was just a little bit too far back with not as many attacking options, which is, of course, you know, if you've got one more defender, you have got less in the way of attacking. So I think the end, like, consensus for me was that, yeah, probably 4-2-2 is still the one. Maybe I try and move to like a 4-4-2 at some point, and see if that can help me. Just see if any change of shape like that in a slightly like more similar way to what a 4-2-2 is. If you think what a 4-2-2 and a 4-4-2 is, they're kind of similar. Just a slightly different shape in the midfield. So maybe that would be like an idea for me, and then who knows if that would free up some space or help me make better defensive decisions. I don't know. But I get a rare players pack for here level 29, and from that I get an 85 rated Gerard Moreno. So yeah, nothing blue, nothing Team of the Year. And what I had been seeing on Twitter today is that some people opening certain packs, whether it be, well, I guess all types of packs. There's been the defenders that are currently out. I believe the whole team will be out tonight. But people have been packing the gold versions of the Team of the Year defenders. So there's going to be a huge amount of compensation due for certain people, I guess. So yeah, hey, here's hoping. Here's hoping we pack a gold version of someone that's got a team of the year, so that they could give me some sort of compensation. That'd be brilliant. But we packed Pogba from that little pack right there, and Pogba, of course, as you could tell by like the title and the thumbnail, is a major part of today's video. We're going to unlock the flashback one. I've also got to spend some of my coins. Went and bought myself a Trent because I really wanted to get this regular Van Dijk into the squad. So we've brought him in, get that Liverpool link to Trent and Van Dijk, and then sell the likes of Neuer because I realised Kimmich is a fraud. I want to love that card so much. I really like how it looks, but I've just not got on with him in game at all. I always think that he's going to be better, and then he's just kind of rubbish every single time. He doesn't deserve to hold the price that he has, in my opinion. Some of you might love him, but yeah, definitely not the greatest in my eyes. So he now becomes fodder. He's going to be Pogba fodder, actually. I am going to be a little bit ruthless today with who we get rid of. It might annoy some of you, but I will be sure to only put players in that I'm not really actively using and haven't been or don't plan to in the future. So this was the final game I needed for 3 wins, and it was on a different session completely. And obviously with the slightly new look team, back to the 4-2-2, and with the Van Dijk at the back alongside Maldini. So I've dropped Cordoba for a bit, trying to see. You know, I'm trying to figure out what the common denominator is of me being a terrible defender. I know the real answer is that it's me, and I'm 33 years old, and I'm a terrible defender. But I'm hoping that maybe like someone like Van Dijk can just carry me. That'd be brilliant. Cheers. So yeah. Anyway, we get our 3rd win for rivals, and then it was time to head into a little bit of upgrade pack grinding. So I've gone down the route of the Premier League for now, simply because, well, Van Dijk would be a great one to get. And I just think there's more walkouts and stuff available. So I know that like La Liga has the most TOTS Team of the Year players, and like obviously French Ligue 1 would have Mbappe, Messi, and Hakimi. But I just feel like getting doing these SBCs, it'd be great if you could pack a TOTY, but it's not guaranteed. So I'd rather do the ones which are then going to offer me out like the slightly better fodder and stuff, because that will help me get other SBCs completed. And who knows when a Team of the Year is going to pop up? It could be in any pack. So yeah, well, it was when I got this duplicate Ramsdale in form that I was like, all right, got to do Pogba now, haven't I? That sold it to me. He is quite expensive, and the card isn't as good as a lot of us had hoped. Like, I would imagine him to have a slightly better card and be about this price. But no, you know, I guess you always do pay a little bit more for like the French tax, or Pogba in general is always a slightly more expensive card. He's 5-star skills, 6'3", very well rounded. So he's had a massive pace boost, of course, and I imagine he's going to be good in game. But yeah, so the first squad is completed and submitted. We then get a bunch more. It was time to then just go in and do more upgrade stuff. So when it comes to the upgrades, I was putting the non-rares in my club into 75+ player picks. And I'll speed these up because we're going to do... I do them in batches of 10, but I think I do 3 batches here today. So I'll just put them at like 1.5 times speed so we get through them a little bit quicker. But yeah, non-rares, we're going into that. You need 6 non-rares to get a player pick. And I think that's fairly decent value, to be honest, to get a rare player, which, you know, you get 3 chances of it being a decent player. Sometimes it doesn't work out and you get 3 79s. And sometimes you end up getting like a Pogba, like we just did right then a moment ago. So, yeah, it is what it is. But I think they're kind of worth it. And if you've got lots of non-rares in your club, then give it a shot. And then the rares that you get from this that are rubbish, well, the rares that you get from this that are good are then fodder for SBCs that you want to complete, Pogba or Sergio Ramos or whatever. And then the rares that you get from this and the other rares that you've got in your club go into the premium league SBC route, whatever you want, the upgrade route or whatever. Goodbye, Butragueno and Nesta in that one. So Nesta's not a surprise. I said I didn't really like him. Butragueno I haven't really enjoyed for a little while now, and I know there's a Prime out, so it's a better version, and I just don't plan on using Butragueno in the future. Like, a good player-ish, like an okay player, but certainly doesn't live up to the price tag, and like I said, going to be a bit ruthless with some of the people we get rid of today. So especially when we come down to the final squad, the 88 rated squad, some of you might not like who we're submitting into that, but it is all good because I've had my use of them, and we're gonna move on. So, yeah, some big names going from the club today, all in the name of bringing in a hopefully really good midfielder, someone that can link to the likes of all of those Serie A players that I've got, and, of course, a strong link to Zidane. So, you know, the French midfield is going to be complete with those two five-star skillers. The only thing I worry about there is that neither are super defensive, but hopefully Pogba can do enough in the defensive side of things, and Zidane's good enough that, you know, they can really help me create going forwards and just do enough in the defensive side of things. A couple of really good Premier League premium picks in a row, or packs in a row. Get ourselves a Fabinho in one and then a Trent in the other. And this is what I'm saying. Like, I just think it's going to offer out more walkouts more frequently. And, you know, in the off chance that you pack a Van Dijk or a, you know, Kevin De Bruyne when all the team of the years are out, and I'm guessing probably Haaland. I'm guessing he'll get the 12th man. You guys might know that by the time you're watching this. I'm not sure, or whether or not he comes out like Friday night, probably, potentially anyway. Can't remember what they've done in the past for that. But yeah, so I feel like the fodder's pretty good from the Prem ones. So that's kind of where I'm focusing for now. I might do a few different ones from different leagues, but yeah, I can't see myself packing a team of the year this year. And that is kind of sad, because we've managed to get one. Even if it's just the goalkeeper, we've managed to get one the last few years. I think the last 3 years, obviously there was a couple of years ago we got CR7 and it was unbelievable. But yeah, I don't know if I feel that lucky this year when it comes to that. We'll see. But at the moment, it's not looking good, Brev. What I can really hope for is, out of one of these player picks or something, that we just end up getting one of the World Cup icons. That would be World Cup, the Team of the Year icons. Even if it's like not the greatest one, that'd be amazing. Just to see that card design popping up in my club would be pretty nice. Ronaldinho would be the dream. He looks unbelievable, doesn't he? Really, really nice card. I would love that in my club. So, yeah. Also really like the look of the Hugo Sanchez SBC, but we're never going to be able to afford that now when Pogba is on the agenda. I'm going to clear the club out today, and we're going to have to rebuild. We're going to have to go again. But the good thing about that is that, you know, I'll have Rivals rewards coming up. We'll do Foot Champs playoffs and then Foot Champs itself. And then every day I'll do the daily login. That gives you stuff as well. So they are actively kind of restocking my club just from me playing the game actively, I guess. And then I would imagine, what is it normally like future stars or something after Team of the Year? Do we go from one promo to another, or do we have a dry week or two? I just imagine that the next promo would probably have one of those, what did we have for the last couple, like Winter Wildcards? We have the swap stuff. So I could imagine that the next promo would probably have something like that. If so, that's another way of just obviously getting loads of fodder into your club and bringing in new players and doing cool big fodder packs and stuff. This is that squad, by the way. Emi Martinez, Kimmich, Politano, Eric Bailly, Valverde, Kessié, Frimpong, Almiron, Ramsdale, Allison, and Kostic. I guess you don't care about those ones. But there's some players there which I would have liked to have just kept for my club, but I realise I'm never using them. Or I don't really like the card or whatever. So I was ruthless. Ripped the Band-Aid off. Submitted them. Welcome to the club. Flashback Team of the Year, Paul Pogba. 90 rated. Member of Club 80, of course. Worst stats being pace and defending. And best stat being physical, actually, over dribbling. So his dribbling's very good as well. I just think with 5-star skills and being 6'3", this man in the middle should be a bit of a monster. He may be slightly overpriced and underwhelming in terms of stats, perhaps, but I still think he's just going to play really well. So, I mean, very, very, very excited to bring him into the RTG. Him and Zidane next to each other. That, to me, is just chef's kiss, you know? Like, that's just great stuff. So, yeah, the upgrades and stuff that we've done today have helped get that done. I did have to go out and buy an Alisson, so that was the only player I spent coins on. So I spent 40k on the Pogba SBC, and the rest of the stuff was from my club. And then just to make the team work for now, because I realised that Robertson wasn't mine, it was loan. I bought a Dudek because I kind of needed double Premier League links there to help Van Dijk and Trent get up to full chem. And the squad is looking tasty. You know, we've got the 0 chem Bale in there. That's okay. If he's rubbish, I can put in either Gosens, a left back that would already link, or potentially some sort of other Serie A left back. You know, let's say we pack Theo Hernandez, he would go in there perfectly, wouldn't he? But we've got to have some luck for that to happen. So this is the current squad. I will use it tomorrow to qualify for Foot Champs, and then it will be what I guess what I end up using in Foot Champs. But yeah, couple hundred or nearly 300k's worth of players in there in Trent and Dudek. So I do have some coins at my disposal. I've just got to sell the players. And who knows? Maybe Trent might have already gone up because of Team of the Year Van Dijk. But he might end up carrying on going up if Van Dijk is amazing on this game and people need a link for him. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching today. If you've enjoyed, do me a favour and hit the thumbs up button. I'd love to see 2,000 likes. I think you can make that happen. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new around here. Thank you. And my social media links, Twitter, Insta, TikTok, down below in the description. Have a great one, everyone. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.